If a man is not willing to fully feel, then he will never reach his deepest purpose, because he won't be able to access his deepest feeling and the deepest compass within him. Hi, this is Simon Lovell, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about why men can't open up, why they struggle to open up, and whether you're a man or whether you're a friend, whether you're a partner, this video is going to really help to shift yourself or somebody that you love. Stay tuned. Hi, this is Simon Lovell, bringing you growth in under 10 minutes. As always, hit that subscribe button and also hit the bell to make sure that you get my regular updates to the videos that I'm sharing to help your growth in under 10 minutes. Now, I can remember I was in Monaco with my dad, and myself at the time with my dad, we had an okay relationship. And if I'm honest, there's still room for improvement. But I can remember, and my dad used to love to watch the Grand Prix. And so we sat down at a restaurant and we just had a really deep and meaningful conversation. There was just this connection there, this communication. And he said these words to me, which was, I wish I could have had this conversation with my dad. And that suddenly hit my heart. It suddenly struck me. And from the countless men that I work with, also in the Modern Spiritual Men community, which you can actually get access to via modernspiritualman.com, I wanted to share this video to talk about the impact of not opening up, the steps to take, and the other things to be aware of. And so first of all, what is the impact of not opening up? When we don't fully open up and we don't express ourselves, which is really what that's about, we sabotage connection. And in sabotaging connection, we don't feel the true essence of life, and we can't access our deepest impact and our deepest purpose. And so it's my mission to help men feel again, because in feeling again, when we start to feel our emotions, we start to access that compass, which is our guidance system, because otherwise we spend so much time in our heads. And that's what I hear from a lot of men, which is I'm in my head. How do we do that? I'll talk about this. So one of the biggest reasons in my experience why men don't open up, it's because of fear of judgment. There's social conditioning. There's the statements of if you do that, it's weak, or you're being a girl, right? But one of the most powerful things to understand is in our fear of judgment from others, right? We are actually judging them. Right? When we fear judgment from others, we are judging them. The other thing that we often tell ourselves is, well, I can just figure it out. I can just figure this out. And we don't want to raise our hand and get help. We don't want to, again, express ourselves and say, I'm going through a challenge, because it's seen as weakness. And that's just like putting a brick wall in front of ourselves that actually stops us from getting into alignment and living the life that we want. So we have to, first of all, address that the reason why men don't open up is fear. So we need to address fear, the energy of fear, and being in our head. Okay? I used to use this statement when I was bullied when I was very young, and I didn't tell my parents about the bullying that I'd been through, and it was really intense, you know? It was just horrible. I'd be punched and kicked. I can remember I would go to the shopping center, and I would just be in this constant state of fear. And then I arrived, I can remember it was laser tag. I played a laser tag. I came out of the laser tag, and there was someone there, and he punched me straight in the face. Didn't even do anything back at that time. Didn't stand up for myself. And so sometimes these things happen when we're young, and we don't stand up for ourselves, and now we don't stand up for ourselves in our adult life, and we don't hold boundaries. And there's this really difficult thing that happens where it's like, okay, I want to be loving, I want to be caring, but I can't hold these boundaries. And it's about understanding how to do that. So in order to open up, in order to start to break through that, so that we can start to retrain ourselves to have the life that we want, have the deep levels of connection that we want, have those meaningful conversations which are just honest and raw, that can allow us to maybe start a business or go into a new career or a new relationship, anything that you desire. It's going to come from first step, which is courage. Having the courage. Maybe you're watching this and you're a partner, you're a friend, right? And you know someone that needs to open up. It's about not getting in your head and saying, hey, I couldn't share this video, right? Think about that. Maybe you see something and you're like, oh, this would be useful for that person. What we need to remember is intent. What is the intent behind something? If you feel that something could help somebody, you should share it, right? Don't worry about the reaction, because here's the other big thing, and this is absolutely massive, which is, when I was bullied and I said to myself, I'm going to cause a fuss, really, now in my understanding of psychology, it's not the fuss, it's that the emotion that fuss may bring up. And so as guys, we don't want to feel the emotion, and what we do is suppress, but we don't understand the devastating effect that has on our nervous system. And actually by expressing, by talking about the trauma, the things that we've been through in our past, and actually getting it out, it frees up energy. And oftentimes we live a life, and I know in my own spiritual journey that I have awoken and become self-aware around certain things, and then I realize, wow, I was holding on to so much. My gift and the thing that I really want to do is get guys to feel again, so that they step into this new person and they're like, wow, I'm feeling my body more, I'm feeling more energetic, I'm feeling true to myself. And how do we do that? We do things like meditation. Typically for a lot of men, it's everything that is a statement of a reason why not to, right? Oh, I hear about meditation, oh, that's weird, right? It's boom, that's it. It's that thing that we're skeptical about. It's that thing that we're avoiding. We're doing everything that is perceived as masculine, which is actually robbing us of our gift to be able to connect with people more deeply, and most of all, connect with ourselves. It's about redefining what masculine is. It's about understanding that in your vulnerability, in your truth, in your self-expression, that's not weak, that is strength. To be able to stand there and say, do you know what, this is my fault, but I'm dealing with it. This is my flaw, I'm dealing with it. I interrupt people, I know that, I'm working on it, right? I'm isolating myself, I'm aware of it, I'm dealing with it. That is true masculine power. But to actually hide away, to not speak up, right? We spend so much time in our heads and internal dialogue, and that's when all of the unhealthy soothing, that's when all the negative patterns start, because we're not doing what we really want to do, which is actually speak up, which is actually find a community. That's why I built the Modern Spiritual Man and the Modern Spiritual Men community. Why? Because I want to create a safe environment. Now, if you're watching this and you're someone who's a friend, a family member, how can you help someone to open up? Well, I can tell you now, one of the best things that you can do is create permission, right? You want to be able to say to someone, listen, this is a safe environment for you to be able to express yourself. Whatever you share with me, understand that I'm going to receive it and I'm just going to listen. Because it's the fear of the reaction, right? It's the fear of that emotion, because as men, we're not trained to understand what is all this coming up. And so we push it down, we push it down, we push it down. That's what creates anger. That's what locks in the body and creates disease. So understand that your opening up journey is going to take courage. It's not about just thinking about it. It's going to take an intention. It's going to take you doing something. So I want you to post it into the comments as a first step to break through, okay? What is something that you need to open up about? Just post into the comments. Don't worry about what people think. Take this step of courage. Post into the comments below. What's the thing that you need to talk about to somebody? That's just a micro step, right? And then head to modernspiritualman.com and find the Modern Spiritual Men group and go in there and start to open up and speak about what's really going on. And you will start to notice that you will start to live a very different life. You will start to actually reach true freedom. I know you can do it, and I also know if you're watching this and you want to support someone, that you can be that catalyst to change. And if you're a man watching this, your courage, your strength to start to open up, you are going to be a mentor, you are going to be a guide to the men around you that maybe sit down and they position themselves as a certain way, where truth is they're looking for that real conversation where you can be in a group and you can be talking about the shit that most people aren't willing to speak about. That is true masculine power. I'll see you in another video. Comment below. Also hit the subscribe button, also hit the bell to make sure that you get my regular updates, and understand that I'm here to support you on your growth. So check out the videos, other videos, to support your true potential, because I care about you. I'll see you soon. Bye.